have a question for you around that, because just based on the school that you went to, but if I always hear, and again, it depends on who you talk to, that to an extent, school can be a little restrictive. They have curriculums and things that they want the kids to focus on. So you being the curious kid that you were, did that ever bother you, or did the school that you were a part of more encourage that type of thinking and curiosity that you had?
No, I think it was the former. I think I felt like I was just another in a process of curricula that's been designed for the masses. And I actually, and I'm not negative about school at all. I think that getting a good education or getting exposed to things and areas and subjects that you have not been necessarily taught or given enough kind of education around is always a good thing. I would call general education is a good thing, but I also think you need to
Can you classify that a little bit?
Well, I think general education in terms of mathematics, right?
Okay.
Being able to write and learning more about our history, learning more about kind of, how one science, right? How to, learning some of the things about science, even some things around kind of, crafts like in schools and things like that. I think creativity is really, really important. I'll say this about school, though, right? The school, and certainly when I was going to school and growing up, and I still think it's the case. You're growing up. You're as an individual, and then you're almost being channeled down a pathway that says you ultimately have to make a decision on what you want to do with your life.
Right.
And I think all roads are trying to get to that place, and there's pressures in school. Teachers, your family, and everybody I think means well, but they ultimately get you to a place where that you're forced and you're wrestling and almost you get anxious about what is it that I want to choose, and then ultimately I need to choose, and then I'm gonna somewhere mentally in my mind I'm gonna stay. That's what I'm gonna do in the rest of my life, and then we're gonna grow up. And I'm going to get that job, and I'm going to get a picket fence around my house, and I'm going to buy a car, and I'm going to have kids, and I'm going to go on with life, and then I'm going to get older, I'm going to retire, and rocking a chair. And I've always said, no, I don't really subscribe to that model. I think that we are as individuals, we have many gifts. I think most of us may not think so, but we have many gifts that we can use in our repertoire to become people that, we get excited about in terms of the things that we do, things that we like. So I think school is foundational in some respect. I don't think the school that I did allowed me to, I grew up in Methuen, and so I, went to the Methuen school systems and all of that. I don't think there was exceptional, caveats and calling people out and seeing their potential and whatnot.